The hall is filled with excitement as the audience waits for the next performer. Bright lights sweep across the stage while the judges prepare for what's next. Then, a middle-aged man walks out, his step steady but filled with nerves. He wears a simple white shirt and jeans, his face carrying both exhaustion and quiet strength. There's something humble about him, not the kind of contestant who expects fame, but someone who carries a story. He grips the microphone tightly, glancing once at the crowd before focusing on the judges' table where Simon Cowell sits, curious as always. Simon asks his name and what he's going to sing. The man answers softly, "My name is Daniel, and I'll be singing Bed of Roses. It's for my wife, she passed away last year." The audience grows silent instantly. A wave of emotion fills the room as the judges exchange glances. Amanda leans forward, visibly touched. Simon's expression softens, realizing this performance isn't just about music, it's about love, loss, and memory. Daniel takes a deep breath, trying to steady his trembling hands. The stage lights dim to a soft golden hue, wrapping him in warmth. In that quiet moment before the music starts, the audience can almost feel his pain. Every sound fades, no whispers, no movement, only stillness. Then the opening chords of the song begin to play. Daniel closes his eyes, ready to pour his heart into every word. The story behind his choice makes everyone watch more closely. There's no fancy outfit, no background dancers, just one man, a microphone, and a deep connection to the song that meant everything to him. The moment feels sacred, as if the entire world is holding its breath, waiting for him to begin. As the music begins, Daniel takes a deep breath and closes his eyes, letting the first notes guide him. His voice emerges softly, trembling at first, then growing stronger with every word. The lyrics of Bed of Roses echo through the hall, raw and emotional, each line carrying the weight of memories and love lost. His tone is heartfelt, the kind that reaches beyond performance. It feels like he's singing straight from his soul. The camera zooms in on his face, capturing every flicker of pain, every glimmer of devotion that lives within his voice. The audience remains completely silent. Not a single whisper, not a single cough. The beauty of his voice has frozen everyone in place. Even the lights seem gentler now, bathing him in a warm, golden glow that reflects his sincerity. His eyes stay closed, as if he's not performing for the judges or the crowd, but for someone far beyond that stage, perhaps the woman he loved, the one this song is dedicated to. As he reaches the chorus, his voice soars with emotion, breaking slightly but still holding steady. The imperfections make it even more real. Some audience members begin to wipe their tears, and a few clasp their hands over their hearts. The depth of his voice fills the room, vibrating through every corner. Simon watches quietly, leaning forward, his usual stern expression replaced with empathy. He can feel the honesty in every note. The man's pain has become music, and his music has become healing. By the second verse, Daniel's nerves are gone, only passion remains. The connection between him and the audience is unspoken yet powerful. It's no longer just a song, it's a story of love, loss, and strength unfolding right before everyone's eyes. The camera slowly pans across the judges' table, and all eyes are fixed on Daniel. Simon Cowell, known for his sharp remarks and tough standards, sits unusually still. His hands are clasped together under his chin, his eyes glistening as he listens intently. You can tell that the lyrics have reached deep inside him. This is no longer just an audition, it's an emotional journey. Beside him, Amanda and Sophia exchange soft, amazed looks, clearly moved by the performance's sincerity. Even the audience, usually quick to cheer or shout, remains respectfully quiet, completely lost in the moment. Daniel continues to sing with growing strength. His voice rises and falls with perfect emotion, and every note feels like it carries a piece of his heart. The vulnerability in his voice captures the room, his pain is honest, his love undeniable. When he reaches the bridge of the song, his tone changes slightly. It's no longer just sadness, but acceptance, even gratitude. It's as if he's thanking his wife through the music, sending his message beyond the stage lights. The camera focuses again on Simon. He blinks hard, fighting back tears, his lips slightly parted in awe. It's rare to see him this emotional, and the audience notices. Some people in the crowd gasp softly at the sight of Simon's tear-filled eyes. He takes a deep breath, visibly moved, trying to stay composed. The power of Daniel's voice has broken through the usual barrier of judgment and critique, reaching the human side of everyone in the room. As Daniel hits the final line of the verse, the hall feels suspended in time. The sound of his voice carries a beautiful ache, so genuine, so real, that it feels like the entire theater is breathing with him, feeling everything he feels. The final chorus begins, and Daniel pours everything he has left into his performance. His voice rises with emotion, filled with a mix of strength and sorrow. Every lyric of "Bed of Roses" resonates through the hall like a heartbeat, steady yet full of longing. The audience can feel his pain and love blending into something powerful and beautiful. His eyes glisten under the golden stage lights as he looks upward, singing as though he's reaching for someone beyond the world. The air feels thick with emotion, you could hear a pin drop. As the last note leaves his lips, there's a brief, sacred silence. No one moves. Then suddenly, the audience erupts into applause. The quiet breaks into a wave of cheers, whistles, and clapping that fills every corner of the theater. People stand up, some with tears running down their faces. A woman in the front row places her hand over her mouth, overcome with emotion. Even the camera operators lower their lenses for a moment, caught up in the magic of what they just witnessed. Daniel lowers his microphone slowly, his eyes wet but shining. His chest rises and falls as he catches his breath, still overwhelmed by what just happened. He smiles faintly, the kind of smile that carries both heartbreak and relief. The judges rise from their seats, giving him a standing ovation. Amanda claps with tears streaming down her cheeks, Sophia wipes her eyes, and Simon stands still for a moment, visibly moved before joining in. The crowd's energy is electric, echoing through the hall. Daniel bows deeply, overwhelmed by gratitude. The applause continues, long and loud, because everyone knows they just witnessed something rare, not just a song, but a man turning his deepest pain into something breathtaking and unforgettable. Simon finally steps forward, his usual confident demeanor softened by genuine emotion. The hall slowly quiets as he looks at Daniel, who's still standing on stage, tears glistening in his eyes. Simon takes a deep breath before speaking, his voice unsteady but sincere. "That," he says, pausing for a moment, "was one of the most heartfelt performances I've ever heard on this stage." The audience cheers again, their applause echoing through the theater. Simon looks down for a second, almost as if he's gathering his thoughts, then looks back up at Daniel and adds, "You didn't just sing that song, you lived it." Amanda nods in agreement, wiping away tears. "You made us all feel something real tonight," she says softly. Sophia places her hand over her heart and adds, "It was beautiful, so pure and full of love." Daniel can hardly speak. He looks down, his lips trembling, trying to hold himself together. The entire room feels the depth of what just happened. This was more than a performance, it was a tribute, a message of love that reached every single person present. Simon slowly reaches forward and presses the golden buzzer. The moment freezes, then the hall explodes in celebration. Golden confetti rains down from the ceiling, shimmering under the stage lights as Daniel drops to his knees, covering his face in disbelief. The crowd roars, chanting his name as he looks up, smiling through tears. Simon, still standing, claps proudly, a rare softness in his expression. The other judges join him, all smiling through emotion. Daniel lifts his hands toward the confetti-filled sky, whispering a quiet, "Thank you." In that magical moment, it feels like love, loss, and hope have all come together, and everyone knows they've just witnessed something truly unforgettable.